What's up, Jake? Man, I recently saw a great movie, Logan. More than just a few times. And I have to say, I was pleasantly surprised. I did not expect it to be anywhere near as good as it was, especially considering all the other X-Men movies we've had to this point. And this really led me to question the success of this movie. Was it because we finally had a film that featured Hugh Jackman as Wolverine as the main character of the film again? Was it the choice to make this movie rated R? Or was it because they took the X-Men out of the X-Men movies? So Jake, I'm sitting here thinking, what exactly about this movie makes it good? Deadpool was pretty good for an X-Men movie, and First Class was passable. But none of the X-Men movies have really stood out to me as being good movies. Especially in the way that Marvel's movies are good movies. You really can't make the argument that it's a good movie because it stars Hugh Jackman as Wolverine as the main character of the film, because both X-Men Origins Wolverine and The Wolverine were absolutely terrible. The rated R thing makes a bit more sense. We get to see Wolverine being Wolverine, slicing people's faces off, get to see him in all his glory. To me, that makes sense. That's a movie that we've always wanted to see with Wolverine. And I'm not the only one who saw this movie and instantly thought about The Last of Us, the video game, right? But the reason I think that Logan, as a movie, stood out to me so much, and was a good movie to me, was because they took all the X-Men stuff, all the world building they've done, all the characters, they took every one of them and threw them out. I mean, this movie, in all honesty, looks as if it was only made because Fox had their back up against the wall. Both Jackman and Stewart wanted to leave the franchise, and Fox knew they needed to have some decent send-off movie for these characters, or fans would go nuts. That said, I think you'll find that this movie is going to be an awful lot like Ghostbusters in that lightning in a bottle sense, where the only things that really worked about this movie are not going to be able to be duplicated, due primarily to the specific circumstances surrounding these characters. What really concerns me is whether or not Fox will make the decision to go the route of DC and try to make all of their future superhero movies be real and gritty. And I really hope not, because all gritty all the time for superhero movies is really going to devalue the franchise. When we look back in superhero history and see, for example, The Dark Knight Returns, the reason that comic stands out is because it was super real and super gritty, but because it was also surrounded by a super campy and super cartoony sort of style of Batman. These were the days of the gimmicky, whitewashed versions of superheroes, and when Frank Miller showed us this version of Batman, it blew people's minds. That said, a lot of people are going to say that Frank Miller's Batman is very overhyped and is not exactly as good as people think it is. However, you have to understand that in the circumstances when it came out, it was new and it was different, and that's what people loved about it, regardless of whether or not it holds up now. And yes, it certainly can be argued that The Dark Knight Returns actually led to a decline in comic books because of all the copycats out there. And that's what I'm worried about. I really hope that Fox and DC are going to stop with all this real gritty stuff as far as comics are concerned, comic book superheroes. I really want to see some good storytelling that doesn't always have to be dark and gritty. We're getting tired of it, guys. So Jake, have you seen Logan? If you did, what'd you think of it? And until next time, you'll be fine. Probably. Thank you guys for watching, and don't forget to let us know your thoughts in the comments section below.